This video is to show you how to find the surface area of a cylinder step by step with no outside help except this video. So this is not just a lesson on how to plug and chug numbers into a formula to find the surface area of a cylinder, but it's also for you to practice some direction following, some independence in problem solving. So let's get started. We know that surface area means the outside, right? How much is covering the outside shapes that make up our cylinder. And remember, our cylinder, we looked at a few nets yesterday, our cylinder is made up of two circles, a top and a bottom circle. And then think about your Campbell's soup can. If you had a label around this can or this cylinder and you flattened that label out, you took it off and flattened it, it would be a rectangle. So the first thing that we have to do is find the area of a circle. And the way we find the area of a circle is pi r squared. Because there are two circles, we're going to multiply that by 2. So let's fill this in and find the area of our two circles. So we have our radius is 3, and that's the number that we need. We also know pi is 3.14 as an estimate. So I am going to put all of my numbers in. 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 3. Remember, a radius goes from the center of a circle to the outside of the circle, the radius squared. And all we have to do is get our calculator out now and multiply these. I know 3 squared is 9. I know 2 times 9 is 18. So I'm going to multiply 18 times 3.14. So here's my calculator. 18 times 3.14 gives me 56.52. So the area of my two circles is 56.52. I'm going to put this here because I know I have to add the area of the rectangle to find my total surface area. All right, here we go. If you're not sure what I just did there, stop. I think I was pretty clear. If you're in the room with me and you need to have a question answered here or there, please raise your hand at this point, but pretty clear. Now we're going to find the area of the rectangle. Remember, when we looked at our videos, we saw that when we unroll this label, when we unroll this top part and this bottom part, we're actually wrapped around this. So they were a circle. Both of these were a circle before we flattened it out. So that means that the top of my rectangle is going to be also the circumference of my circle. And this is the formula for the circumference of a circle. 2 times pi times the radius. And then of course we have to multiply it times how high it is to get the length. Basically what we're finding, right, is the length and width of our rectangle. Okay, so here we go. We're going to plug in 2 times pi times the radius. And I always like to write out each number. And our radius is 3, and our height is 9. So I'm just going to multiply all 4 of those numbers together. I know that 2 times 3 is 6, and I know that 6 times 9 is 54. So I'm just going to multiply 54 times 3.14. So 54 times 3.14 gives me 169.56. And I just want to double check that. I don't know why it seems like such a big number to me, but it does. Let's check our numbers. 2 times 3 times 9 times 3.14. Yep, 169.56. My last step is to add my area of my circles, and I found the total surface area. So 169.56. I can just keep that on my calculator and add this area of these circles, 56 0.52. My total surface area, rounded to the 10th place, would be 177.5. 177.5 inches are my unit, and surface area is a flat figure. So I'm going to do squared. It has 2 dimensions. And then kind of just circle your answer or square in your answer. Now, I kind of did that the slow way. Let's do it the fast way. We're going to find the area of our 2 circles. So we're going to multiply 2 times pi times this radius squared, and we get 56.52. Then I'm going to multiply the circumference of my cylinder times the height. So I do 2 times pi times the radius, which is 3, and then I multiply that times the height, and I get 169.56. And when I add those 2 together, I get 177.5.